Definitely, man. So let me ask you, like back when you guys first started really, ratcheting up and doing what you're doing now, did you ever see you in Duck City Music being in this position that you guys are in right now, realistically?
Um, it's a wave, man. You know what I mean? When we were a lot younger, when you're younger, I guess faith, like blind faith, you know what I mean? Um, Sort of collides with confidence. And there's times you go like, man, we gonna blow up. We gonna do this. That's being young, being amped up. You know what I mean? Just wanting it. You know what I mean? But then as you get older, you see that it's more. I mean, in this game, as we go through this, we learn how dirty the game is, and that's kind of ugly part of this. But we don't let that really deter us whatsoever. But to answer the question, did we ever see ourselves here? Not really. We didn't. We never thought that the journey would be this long. But it's fulfilling. You know what I mean? We, like you said, we didn't take no shortcuts. We ain't done nobody wrong. Um, we've had our ups, we've had our downs, just like regular life does you. You know what I mean? So, we really didn't have a set destination. We just wanted to be in it. We wanted to showcase our talents, as best we could, almost pretty much as often as we could, and meeting the people that we've met and being at the places we've been, man, we really can't complain. We're super grateful for the ride, and like I've told you, I mean, I still feel like we on the incline. We still doing things we've never done. Resume builders, good things that we can put on our resume that's good. You know what I mean? And who knows what's gonna come from it. But we're just happy to still be relevant, to be a part of it, and we meeting up with these people like-minded just like us who kind of do the same things we do, and that makes the journey, the ride, even that more sweet, man. You know what I mean? It's just a lot of camaraderie that we've built, you know what I mean, over these last, I mean, it's been 10 years since we met, but prior to that, we had been rocking. We just wasn't as focused. Like, again, like before we got on air, you and I was talking. We was just doing this for fun, for us. We would make music and ride around our hood and just bump it, just because we had the ability and had the tools to do it. And then once we fed it to the world, the world was like, hey, y'all aren't bad. And we was like, we kind of like took it for granted. Like, what? Like, can't believe, like, New Yorkers, people from out of our area was digging what we was doing. We just, again, we didn't have no destination. We wasn't saying we're going to take over the world, we're going to do this. But once we started putting it out to the world and we got a good reception, it was feeding us, man. We really didn't want to stop. So, I mean, obviously we haven't stopped. 10 plus years later, here we are,
Absolutely. And I can, that was one of those eras I can definitely say it was exciting to see, because I remember like when we first linked up and everything like that, and then after the fact, once you got out there a little bit more, just like it was like a phenomena that's kind of took off at that point. And what I mean by that, it was like you guys was everywhere. It was at a point where it's like everybody was starting to know what Duck City was and who Duck City is and what to expect from these guys, and putting West Virginia on the map in your own particular way. And just to have seen that and to see where you guys at now, you spoke earlier about resume builders, and you look at some of the things that you got on your resume. You guys got a couple of songs out with RJ Payne, who's definitely crushing things right now in the game. You had a mixtape that you guys put out with Ty Nitty. You opened up for Ja Rule, Ashanti. You opened up for Cool Keith, for a lot of different names that we can put out there that are very prominent in this space and everything like that. Like, do you ever just sit back and just bask in the moment and just like, wow, like we've done so much in such a short period of time? Do you ever get those moments?
I ain't gonna lie, we definitely do. I mean, again, that's the fuel, man. That's the thing, on those slow days when we were kind of wishing we were somewhere else or had done something else, we can look back and say, not a lot of people can say they've done these things that we have done and that we continue to keep doing. So that's kind of like the fuel, man. I mean, it just keeps us going and you know, just say RJ Payne in particular. We got on the track with Payne, man. Again, he is a straight up monster, right? So you listen to our song with him, and I mean, we're not comparing ourselves to RJ Payne, but we definitely don't feel like RJ Payne just got on the track and straight cooked us like we wasn't even there. I mean, he has the skills to do this. You know what I mean? He cooks everything he touches, and so just to say we can kind of hold our own, and like you say, man, we've built this up to where people do know us in other states. When you say the name Duck City, I mean, I'm not saying it rings a crazy bells, but people have heard of us in a lot of states, and we've been a lot of places where our reputation precedes us. You know what I mean? We step in a place we've never been, and people go, "Oh yeah, we heard it. We heard about y'all." And it's like, yeah, that's cool. Cause like we never been here. We never been to this place. But y'all heard about us. Like, that's what's up, man. I mean, so that's a little bit of the fruits of our labor again. Like just being persistent. Like you were talking about the explosion or whatever. We've had those waves where like this thing happened and then that thing happened and all at once. And it was just like a big wave. And it's life, man. It hits you in waves and then sometimes it slows down and but we, like I said the other night on another show, slow progress is always better than no progress. So even when we feel like I said, we're not necessarily where we would like to be, or maybe haven't made the moves that we thought we should, whatever, we can look back on these things that we have done. And like I said, there's a lot of people that for one couldn't do it, for two never got the opportunity to do it, and a lot of this stuff, this is all out the mud from us, man. We ain't never been backed by a label. We never had a manager. I mean, all of these things is just a couple hip hop heads that's just trying to figure it out, man, and doing the best we know how to do. And come to find out, a lot of your favorite rappers, that's pretty much what they doing. Some of them had better breaks. They might have come from different situations, different geographic areas that they may have given them more opportunities than we have. But when you break it down to just the talent alone and the love of the art and all of that, we right there along with some of your favorites. So we just grateful, man. Definitely grateful just to be here and don't expect us to quit anytime soon because we still got a lot of love for this.